Gotta stop everything. Happy birthday to you. Matt, come on in. It's John Coritz's birthday. He's one of the biggest supporters of everything we do.
I'm not singing.
You got to sing for John Coritz. It's his birthday. Give John a little happy birthday. Do something.
Happy birthday, John.
You could do the Stevie Wonder's birthday. You could do the Altered Image birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. No?
You did it for me.
All right. And John Coritz has a twin, by the way.
Oh, good.
No, that's not good. I wish John Coritz a happy birthday, and I wished his twin a sort of happy birthday. You can't, because I only
but not you,
right? Because I only know one of them. You can't. I can't wish John's twin a happy birthday. I've never had a beer with the guy.
Yeah.
Don't forget, everyone. It's fivers and likes. You give a fiver or a like, or if you're a very special person, you give both. You give a fiver and you give a like.
Or
$100,
you can do 100.
And if we make $100, well, if we make $100, then Matt gets to go and have some fried chicken. Little problem because last Tuesday at Gebhards we made the $100, but Matt went home, so we start from zero.
It starts over every week. I mean, that's fair.
Well, I told you want to go get fried chicken after last Tuesday's at Gebhards, and you said you had to go home. I'm like, all right,
I don't want anything to do with you any further.
Well, it's your loss. It's your loss. You missed out on the fried chicken.
Well,
no beer. What are you kidding me, Doug? Of course we got beer, but we're. Oh, look at this.
It's tiny little beer because I know what you like.
Look at this. No, if you go this way, it's a giant beer. Look at my giant beer.
Giant finger.
Look at my giant beer. It's a teeny
like
giant beer.
Giant beer.
Teeny beer. What are we drinking, man? What is
this? This is pumpkin.
Pumpkin from Southern Tier.
Yeah, it's an imperial pumpkin. It's 8.6%.
Yeah,
it tastes like pie.
It does taste like pumpkin pie. I've actually had this one. And you got it on draft here at Gebhards, right?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
That's right.
That is nice. What am I tasting? I'm tasting
pumpkin pie, essentially.
Yeah, basically liquid pumpkin pie.
They at the brewery they claim that you can taste the buttery crust.
I don't.
You don't get crust in your beer?
Come
on, man. You're drinking it wrong.
I don't know about that.
Start over.
We got Minaj checking in from South Africa.
Hey, Minaj.
Roseanne singing the national anthem was better. Was better than my singing, you son of a bitch. All right. Well, I just wanted. The trucks have started. It wouldn't be a Tuesday at Gebhards without all the trucks out front. That one's backing right up into your motorcycle, Matt.
That's all right. I can get out.
You can still get out?
Want to watch?
You were just jumped the curb, I would imagine.
I did that earlier today, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a week. Is that crazy or what, man? How's your week been?
Week's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made a hell of a deal this weekend with my neighbor.
What'd you do?
I traded him a case of beer for 5 bucket loads of cow shit. Yep. What'd you do?
What are you growing?
Just vegetables and other smokable items. I mean,
wait. So a case of beer for 5 buckets of cow crap?
Yeah.
All right, but
dumped it right on the lawn.
But this time of year you can't grow anything, right?
Well, no, you mix it in the soil now, and then you let some of it age
and get it ready for the spring.
Dung,
all right,
and then you roll it in. And anybody want tomatoes next year?
As long as they're heirloom tomatoes.
Hairless?
Heirloom. Did I say hair?
I think you said heirloom.
Heirloom.
That's if you're trying to make a bedspread out of hair.
Heirloom tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You asked what I did. Well, there's no other way to put it, so I just got to say it. I went to a bathhouse yesterday.
Oh yeah? Was it Russian?
I didn't go. I went to a bathhouse with my wife yesterday.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Did you see some weird shit?
I saw. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So
bunch of saggy butts.
A lot of really nice butts because that new swimsuit thing they're doing where it doesn't look like they're wearing anything when they're walking in front of you.
Can you describe that a little more or better?
I guess they call it a string bikini, but you don't even see the string anymore.
So it's floss.
Yeah, when we were growing up, you actually saw material back there. Now you don't. You just see the. Yeah. Wait, it's like this and then this. You got to do 2 of them.
So that's how a butt goes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You want one of these?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is the type of butt you
gotta
want.
throw your shoulder out doing this.
You want it to be hoisted a little.
Yes. Right. And lift on its own.
Yeah. But I did see something weird, and I saw my first Brazilian butt job.
Oh, and you could tell it was?
Oh my God!
Is there an alarm clock resting on the shelf?
Everyone was laughing. This woman, she was like this, right? And she comes out of one of the pools, and all of a sudden, as she was getting higher, up out of the thing, all of a sudden it was this sofa. She basically had a sofa.
All right.
And everyone's like, what? Everyone was just whispering to each other because a lot of strangers in there, but we're all like, what the hell is that? Have you ever seen one?
Not at a pool. So, I didn't get the full view.
Yeah. It was deeply disturbing. I got to be honest with you, but
I believe it.
But this place, it's actually called Ancient Baths. It was featured in one of the John Wick movies. I learned yesterday.
Okay.
And for my wife's birthday, I wanted to do something really special and different. And so it's
That's right. Your wife and my wife are
close, right?
Next to each other. 21, 21st.
21, 22, right?
22, yeah. All right.
Oh, happy birthday to your wife.
Well, thank you. She says thank you, I'm sure.
In what language, though?
Kapkun ka, she'll say.
I'm jealous that I only speak one language. And
Really?
I suck at it.
I don't talk no languages.
Bill from Jersey, thank you. Who else? Oh, my God, Minaj giving us some fried chicken money. Let's get John's birthday party going. Happy 21st to John Coritz. Right on, man. So I wanted to take her to this other place where you get a really nice, like, kind of yoga massage, if that makes sense, like a spiritual massage, a meditative massage.
Oh, yeah.
And that place closed down after COVID. So I talked to one of her good yoga friends. I'm like, man, I want to do something special. She goes, you got to go to the Ancient Baths. And it's way down in like Soho. And you walk in, it's just candles and darkness and like old school sofas. And that's just the lounge area. Then you go through the locker room, and then you pop out on the other side. You go down these stairs. Everything's lit with candles. There's no light.
So romantic.
It's all candle. I mean, that's obviously light, but there's no regular light. And then they got
no real light.
Then they got a they got a whirlpool with the bubbles.
They got the cold pool.
Then they got the really hot pool, and all these pools are maybe a little bigger than this porch. They're not that big. So then they got the really hot one. Then they got in the back. It's sort of like a really long one, so you can kind of sort of swim back and forth and just chill back there. Then they got the two cold plunges.
Those things are crazy. Did you do it?
I did do it.
Oh, it feels good, but man, that's tough.
No, it's not tough.
It's tough to get. Yeah, I mean, tell your mind it's okay to get in there.
No, that's what I found fascinating about it was mind over body.
Yeah.
So I went in the one that was 57 degrees.
Weak-minded.
Huh?
I'm weak-minded when it comes to that.
Are you weak-minded? Are you really?
Well, I mean, I've done it, but
so everyone was going in.
Battle.
They would jump in, they would put their head under, and they would pop out, and they'd be out of this thing within a second. They couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I go to my wife, man, I've been wanting to try this forever. And like we talked about on this on Tuesdays at Gebhards, I go in the ocean in late.
Yeah, like the polar dips that we do down there.
I go early, yeah, and what you said in Brooklyn. So I'm like, I got to try this because I've been in the ocean when it was in the low 60s.
Yep.
So I go down the stairs really slowly, and everyone starts looking at me. And my wife's now talking to some ladies, and I one step at a time, and I just go really slow in. I get up to here, and then the first minute to 2 minutes, you breathe it. You can't catch your breath. Everything's just like. But if you get through that, there's some kind of calm or peacefulness that just comes over you.
That's called a near-death experience.
Well, you learn that basically your body's shutting down. Everything is getting very, very cold. And then it gets to a point you're not cold anymore.
Then they just describe the feelings of love.
Yeah.
You go towards the light. Then you get sucked back into this painful body.
Yes. But what I thought was so cool about it, as I was trying to focus on this, I had no other thoughts in my head. Literally, you know how hard it is to have no thoughts in your head? I'm like, just focus on your breathing and try to get through that initial stage. And then I stayed in there like 5 minutes. And then when I came out,
that's a good amount of time.
My wife's like, you want to go in the sauna or something? I'm like, no, I feel great. I don't even feel cold. She touches my skin. She's like, you're frozen.
You're in trouble.
You're absolutely frozen. And then the last pool they had was, this pool was a lot bigger and you could just float. It had all that salt in it. So you couldn't sink to the bottom even if you wanted. So you just laid on your back, looked up at these crazy lights on the ceiling, and they played music in the water.
What kind of music?
very meditative, very chill, very spiritual. Just everything about this place was chill.
Yeah.
And then you get to do that for like an hour, and then they start walking around. They go, Mr. Hughes, are you gotta stay more, or you gotta go? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Mr. Hughes. Is that your wife? Yes, follow me. She's hot. And then we went upstairs and we got an hour massage to end her birthday.
I thought they were booting you.
No, man. So it's like the whole
hogging
thing.
all the water.
The whole thing was like 2.5 hours, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Southern Tier, cheers.
Southern Tier, cheers.
Cheers, bitches.
Hey.
For the
week,
Spanish King. So what else is going on with you, Matt?
Oh, nothing. Just getting ready for the marathon. Boy, that's going to be tough, huh?
Well, it's going to be not tough for you.
Yeah, it will be. I'm going to be running around the bar, trying to make sure people have seats.
She was smuggling basketballs in her back pockets. That Brazilian butt job, I don't get it.
Those things are so obvious, right? It's like,
I don't get it.
You know, you want to do it. I don't know. I mean, somebody might want to do it, but then you can't decide to do something just a little bit bigger.
Right.
You got to go, like the guys who want to get higher handlebars on their bikes and they go all the way up here.
Oh, that's
right. It's just, there's something ridiculous about it. You want to go too far?
Is that comfortable when you're going down the highway with your handlebars way up high?
That high, so
I know you got a regular.
I've got some that are coming in that aren't quite that high, but they're higher than these.
But is it relaxing to have your arms up this high?
I feel like your shoulders are going to be.
Well, it also feels scary, like when you have to make a move.
That shouldn't be a problem. You just yank the thing over.
I would be a stupid motorcycle guy. I would be road pizza. What happened? Michael Bergen Jr. Michael Bergen Jr. didn't make it this week, did you, my friend? For the people that don't know, if you're a member of the private Facebook group, you get to come here and check out the festivities, okay? And Michael Bergen's been here twice. Last week, he was spilling beer all over the porch, and he was blowing up your bathroom. So what does he have to say today? First of all, he gave a $5. Here's $5 for more fried chicken. And
it's legal now, so even if I did do it, I could do it.
So. And admit you're growing weed in the backyard.
But you can smoke anything.
And you're not, but you wouldn't be planting this time of year, right?
Hell no.
Yeah, early spring. We all know early spring.
If I knew anything about it, but hell no, you wouldn't plant now.
All right, but thanks for the $5, Mike, and we'll see you soon here at Tuesdays at Gebhards. Oh no, man, fried chicken money is definitely coming in today. Minaj down there in South Africa. Just watch a Gotti documentary on the Netflix. You guys probably lived through that being in New York. Any firsthand mob stories? Not that I could tell. Not that I could tell.
Well, all right. I've got a little bit. And when I was opening 45th Street 10 and change ago.
That's Matt's second joint, by the way.
First joint.
Other
joint.
The other
Sorry
joint.
to correct.
No, you're right. You're right.
Anyway, so the Westies were big in it's definitely up until like the 80s. I don't even know if they were in the 90s, but somebody came by and he said, "Can I come in your place while you're working? I want to look for bullet holes." He's like, "Because I know that a couple of times these guys pulled up, lowered the windows, and just shot the place up a couple of times in the 80s, right?"
Your place that you bought?
Yeah. So they would drive by, stop the car, shoot the place up, and then take off.
What was in there that they needed to shoot the place
Restaurants, bars, who knows? Somebody was in there they wanted to get, and they were too wimpy to go in. I'm saying it live. Too wimpy to go in and get them. Anyway, so, but yeah, there were a couple of stories about some hits going on down there back in the day.
Did you find any bullet holes?
I didn't see any. I mean, we ripped that place apart, but they're probably all in meat.
Right.
Right. Drag them out.
And I just caddied for the mob and did some, and I worked some of their parties over the years. That's all I'll say there. I mean, I don't have crazy over the top stories, but that's all I'll say there. And then, my dear friend Carl. My dear friend Carl. We'll just put it that way. Cheers to my dear friend Carl. Carl might introduce me to some wonderful people. And actually, they were wonderful, and that's all I'll say. All right. The cut of the jib just gave us $1.99. Pee is stored in the balls. Right.
Cheers to that.
Yes. And Robert Spahn giving us money.
If
What's
anybody
going
wants
on?
to come out with some more health-based information like that, we'd love to see some more of it.
You like health-based information?
We
on,
like learning. We want to learn.
On Tuesdays
Well,
at Gebhards
be
also.
honest, we don't know everything.
I know a lot of stuff.
Like what? Name one stuff.
I'm trying to think of a good one. Sugar's evil. Sugar is the worst drug you can put in your body. Cheers.
I don't know, man. You should do some more drugs.
Robert Spahn, does bathhouse administer saltpeter to prevent what?
Oh,
What is saltpeter? Does anyone know?
It's like a relaxant in it for the genitalia.
Oh, well, I did say this.
Talking out of school, I don't know.
So when I did the floating in the last pool,
Go on.
every little nick and cut on my body I felt because the salt was. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had a cut on my shoulder blade and on my neck and on my hand and oh my god, maybe. And then I was thinking maybe I'm wiping too hard.
Oh, there. What are you wiping with?
Sandpaper.
Pooping in the woods.
I might have grew up with the bad toilet paper, so it was the.
But what's the good toilet paper? I mean, for me, it's Scott. Otherwise, the other stuff is all too fluffy, man.
Dude, I'm one of 7 kids, 7, 8, 9 kids.
So you had to share toilet paper.
My mom
squares.
would basically come home with like brown paper towels. That was our toilet paper. There was no softness whatsoever. And then when you did your thing, it was
toughen these boys up.
It was waxy.
Oh, God.
It didn't absorb anything.
Oh, come off my hands.
So I think to this day, I think I wipe a little too hard because of my growing up.
But nobody talks about that. After a certain age, nobody's going to tell you how to do it. If you're doing it wrong, there's no witness usually.
Right.
Hopefully.
Well,
how are you supposed to know?
when I finally started making money, the first thing I did was get the
Greatest toilet paper.
the softest toilet paper ever.
How much was the roll?
What, back in the day?
Yeah, I want to know, if you're going
It was that just.
splurge on toilet paper.
Oh, nowadays?
Yeah, no, what? Yeah, what's a rich guy pay for toilet paper?
I have no idea because there was a time I didn't look at labels. I'm looking at labels again. I'm looking at labels. There was a time I wasn't looking at labels. I just bought whatever
Give me your most expensive roll.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm working on something.
Where it was one, you used it once in the bathroom. I went through the whole roll because it was like
stick the end in and flush and watch the roll.
It was like little
unravel.
pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Apostrophe 65. He's saying, I know stuff. Yeah. Oh, salt pepper is for the military to control sex urges. Look at us learning something today. I didn't know that.
No, we're learning.
Thank you, Sachem.
I learned that I got a skin thing from a Russian bathhouse many, many years ago in Lower Manhattan.
What kind of skin thing?
It's just like a fucking dang old thing on my.
MRSA?
No, it was just like I don't know what that thing's called. It was a rash of some sort.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was annoying, but
that's good.
It was all a bunch of drunk old Russian guys with their big fat bellies and sucking on bottles of Russian standard vodka.
Was the Russian bathhouse like legit?
Legit gross.
It was legit?
Well, I got something. I took it home with me.
But I mean, was there like some funny business going on in the Russian bathhouses back in the day?
I mean, I'm sure there's back rooms all over that place.
Yeah.
Because that's in an old building downtown.
Right.
It was a cool experience, but you don't speak Russian, you're gonna have a hard time.
All right. King of all dips. Where's Ron? Well, Ron said he's stopping by with a Halloween costume, but I haven't heard from him, so I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I do have somebody else. We're gonna have an exclusive interview with Bigfoot. That's the thing that was in the. Where was the latest Bigfoot sighting in Colorado? In Colorado, and we got the guy. Squatch. We got the guy. Come on over here.